It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll be watching Terry McLaurin. He's been a quarterback's best friend, nearing 1,300 yards receiving on the year. It's the Commanders and the Cowboys, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 23.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland.
Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys
and the Washington Commanders. Brandon Gaud alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Cowboys in this matchup. They think they can run the football in this one, but there's a group on the other sideline that thinks otherwise.
Yeah, it's always intriguing when you pit an offense against a defense that seems like they can cancel each other out. We've got a top 5 rushing offense against a top 5 defense. So a lot of times it comes down to execution and maybe a little bit of that, what coaches call want to.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. You got to get that changed around.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go to Elliott again. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now, these two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep.
The first down carry by Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
2nd and 10.
From the shotgun again to Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed them up.
6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down.
Prescott from the gun.
Open man Lamb, it's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who is shaken out. This is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
Again, they go with a fullback Arma. Room here to run. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Now Elliott. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Again, it's Elliott. And not a whole lot there as he'll get him down at about the 2.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Elliott.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
The kick by Marr is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Automatic first down.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bobby McCain.
And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders.
At their own 20-yard line.
First down, Hal to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to have a Commanders first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
And once more, Hal back to the air. He'll go underneath with this one to McKissick.
So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
Off play action. It's Hal. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
Back deep is T.Y. Hilton. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. On the give, this is their fullback. And he stopped immediately there.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coach would always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Back near his goal line, it's Prescott, eluding the pressure right. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Taking on the midfield logo. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle made by L.J. Ford. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Howell. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. And the Cowboys will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced him to stay. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
First down, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it after.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Peyton Hendershot, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So it's all down to this Week 18 on the NFL schedule. And that means that once we sort things out, we'll all be set for our 2nd ever Super Wild Card weekend, which
trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A first down throw for Prescott.
That's Gallup on the slant.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first.
This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Trying to power it in with Arma. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his...
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott.
His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott.
Takes it at the 7.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
3rd and long. Here's Howell. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
This is taken at the 15. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. For Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
27, 26.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Prescott's throw here pulled in by Hilton.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Prescott on
first down. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in the field goal range now at the 27-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. One last shot before the break. Howell slings this deep from McLaurin. And this one is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys. Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. And that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
But that was definitely a surprise there. Handed to the big guy on first down. Heck, the first play of the drive. And when you see him get to the 2nd level, as a former safety, I can just tell you, your eyes get really wide because you know you've got a lot to deal with at that point.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
From the 24, Prescott. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
Prescott down. That is caught by Lamb. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
From back at the 8 now after the false start. Another try at 1st and goal. Prescott to throw it. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Alex Arma,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Fielded right around the 8. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC.
Well, here we sit, week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Foul to the air on 1st and 10.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Powell. Thomas has got it. Complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. A give to the fullback on the dive.
Yeah, we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Inside give to Arma, the fullback. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Play fake. Here's Prescott.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Here's Prescott.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 7th and 4 at the 15-yard line.
Gives it to the first man through, the fullback Arma. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Well, after that pickup of a first down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy in that situation. Sometimes you catch them by surprise.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. On 4th down, Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. Maher able to put this one through, and the route is on. It's 24-0.
Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the 3rd quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 two-point conversions? That's difficult.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. On first down, Howell.
Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Howell throwing for it.
And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Prescott looks to throw on first. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to... Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Prescott from the gun.
And he'll go right back to Lamb. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend, even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles. They're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
You say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
A Cowboy first down there, Prescott to Gallup.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because You just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Following the fumble recovery, Howell. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First down, Howell to throw. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Going right back to Dotson.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Howell.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Howell, third and goal.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now fourth and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington.
A 3-yard touchdown pass.
And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a 1-score game.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll run with the fullback Arma. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there, so he'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. Fourth quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded just inside the 20. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So here we go now with Howell and the Commanders.
Down by 8, 2:06 to play. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Now a quick hitter with a fullback Arma. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And some room to work. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Alex Arma
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Cowboys look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
And now it's Washington's turn.
Trailing in this one now. Just over 1:40 to play. They need 2 touchdowns and at least 1 2-point conversion mixed in there as well. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Howell's throw into the hands of McLaurin.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Here's Howell.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Micah Parsons.
If we go back to the last series, remember their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helped contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone covered.
That's caught inside the 20.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
A huge play there for Washington. 49 yards.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Powell to throw.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas.
Thank you.